Yo, what's happening, man? This is the Cide Show. RC the Trackaholiq in the building. To my right, I have one of the most respected, most renowned DJs in this city called Seattle, Washington. Also a record producer, also a very talented graffiti artist, old school, original B-boy, all around knucklehead. One of my best friends, you know what I'm saying? Also my brother, Mr. DJ Peg in the building. Was happening?
What's up, bro? What's up with you?
Oh man, I got that. Look, I got the little thing here, but you know we'll put that shit in post. And also right across from me, the infamous, the notorious, the always arguing with me, but he still love me anyway. One of the best DJs here in this city. Busy as all get out. Also, CEO of Camouflage Studios.
Let's say that right. Camo Studios.
Camo Studio. Sorry, Camo Studio. Clearly, Peugeot representative. All the way from New York. What borough? Brooklyn in the building. And I cannot forget Dream Team Promotions, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. My man. And my mellow. DJ Infamous Sleepy in the building. What's happening?
You know it's permanently tattooed on my back, player.
I had no idea, to be honest. That is not my business.
I just want to interject real quick, though.
What?
Man, his promotion company, man, he did a great run, bro. Like he went above and beyond.
Oh, of course.
So yeah, man, if you guys need some work done, need some promo done, holler at my guy Sleepy, for real.
Definitely. And if you need a bitch slapped, hit this nigga right here.
I'm slapping bitches, man. $5.
Whoa.
$5.
That's an icebreaker, man. Hey,
Damn.
So let me give a quick shout out to my sponsor, NA11 Seasoning Everything Rub. Right now they have a seasonal lemon pepper, smoked lemon pepper. Can you grab that joint? Can you just shake it around? We been eating some chicken. We put it on some chicken. So just be honest with y'all, with me, man. How y'all like it?
Yeah, I like it. I had it before, but I definitely like it.
I mean, smoked pepper is different.
Yeah.
So this is a black-owned company.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
You see, I killed mine. My chicken's
Right.
gone.
So that's my sponsor. Been my sponsor for a while.
Right on.
And yeah, so they holding it down. You'll hear more from them on the Cide Show. If you want to buy this particular product straight from the website, you can get my promotional code. It's TCS206 and go to NA11 anything rub, and it's good. And he's got a few other flavors. He's also got like a rub. He's got a marinade that's good. So check that out. NA11 everything rub. Yeah. So I brought you guys here today for a special edition of the Cide Shows.
Okay.
I had this idea where I had this segment called "Shit I Never Did or Heard," because I realized that I just skip some shit. Like I just be like when I was younger, I was like, I don't like that, and people be like, "What? Right. You've never heard this? You've never done that?" And so I made like this little list. So I'm at the top of the list right now. I called you guys in. So the thing is that I have never listened to Wu-Tang Enter the 36 Chambers, and I
can't believe that.
I know, and I've gotten the dirty looks from these guys. This man right here bought me a shirt.
Yeah. A dope ass shirt.
I'm still shocked over the fact that all the music that you have done in your lifetime, you have never listened to 36 Chambers.
You know what? And I can distinctly remember somebody giving it to me. It's like, bro, Wu-Tang, you got to listen to it. And it was a tape. It was a tape. Put it in the tape deck. And I heard that it sounded like pennies shaking in a plastic jug, and I just ejected it. I was like, I don't like that shit.
Yeah, wow, you didn't even give it a chance, huh?
Nah, I didn't. I can't lie to you. And all this Wu-Tang mania and clothes and shit, and I just never got with it. And I'm telling, and this is the truth. Like I'm not just making this up just to
I know
just to make a podcast, but. I figure who better to discuss this album with than, you know, a hardcore East Coast fan, you know what I'm saying? I'm a hardcore West Coast fan, and somebody all the way from actually New York. You know what I'm saying? So
the city's so nice they had to name it twice.
Dig that, New York, New York.
Well, man, go ahead.
So just to get through it, I listened to it today. I listened to the whole thing today. I listened to some of Wu-Tang Forever, and honestly, I just couldn't get through Raekwon. I couldn't.
Built for Cuban links.
Only built for Cuban links. I mean, like that series. We'll talk about that series later. The series made that album look better than it sounds.
Well,
disrespect, y'all.
I mean, but everybody got their own taste, right?
I had mine. You know what I'm saying? It was East Coast, West Coast, and I chose a side. I didn't even listen to Biggie till after he died, to be honest.
Wow. What about Nas?
Yo, so I gotta go, man. Come on, man.
I'm just telling you the truth.
Did you listen?
I don't even know why I'm your friend, B.
Why
am I your friend? You don't listen. You don't listen to Wu. You don't listen to Big.
I do listen to Big.
Do you listen to Nas?
Yeah,
Illmatic.
I found Illmatic at Value Village.
Oh my god.
I did. I found Illmatic at Value Village in 2009.
Yo,
and I listened to it.
You thrift store, Macklemore shopping.
Yeah, I was looking for records or something, and I was like, "Oh, Illmatic." They always talk about this joint, so I listened to it. It's everything they said it was. But see, here's the thing. Before that, I had bought a Stillmatic and what was the one? I don't know.
Nas Is.
I bought the one with Hip Hop Is Dead. I mean, I'm a fan.
Okay.
I mean, like I really thought that Jay-Z won that battle, but I had to come to the conclusion that he did not. I know he didn't.
I'm sorry. You know, and I really got to say this. I remember when I heard Ether. And I had just left Columbia Records, and I went down to my man's lab. My man DJ Pumpkin, shout out to the D-Ceps, you heard. And I was like, yo, have you heard Ether? And he was like, no, play it. And I put the needle on the record, and everybody in the room.
Yeah, he bodied him, bro.
Jaw dropped.
He bodied him.
Did you had it on vinyl?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's off one of the albums, actually.
It's off that Ether was on Hip Hop Is Dead. I think.
Right, but actually it was a white label before it ended.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, but I mean it is on the album, but by the time it came on his album, it was about 3 years already circulated?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was
Ether?
a white label. Yes.
Yes, Ether. Yeah, he talked about his dick sucking lips.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't. It was 3 years old.
Yeah.
Bro.
First of all, the battle was underground before it was popular, right?
Okay,
So I used to get white labels.
Yeah, I guess that. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I used to get white labels. So like most of the filthiest cuts you ever heard will never be streamed. They're white labels. You know what I mean?
Hey, look. By the way, to real DJs, these niggas was really getting real records in the mail before they decided
I was sending the records.
Yeah, like they had to use the record pool. They was getting real records in the mail. They wasn't going on. What's the one joint we've been using?
Oh, I use MP3online.
No, but what's
Digi?
Digiwax.
They weren't even dealing with
Shout out to my man
Digiwax yet.
CL.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
No,
He said that he was going to edit all of that, so
I know, but I'm just saying. Sometimes when you do like this, they don't hear you. I can hear it in the headphones.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Peg the stickler.
Stop it.
Hey, look. So once again, I want to open this discussion, and I hope that when you guys are watching this, you guys can comment and join in the discussion about Wu-Tang. I listened. Like I said, I listened to the album today. I've always been a Method Man fan.
Oh, Meth is dope.
I was always a fan of his, and then once he got with Redman, I was like, okay. I mean, I was,
I can't believe it.
But you know, as dope as Method Man is, you know who out the crew dropped, in my opinion, the filthiest rhyme in hip hop history is Inspector Deck off Triumph.
Oh yeah, they were talking about that on the
Oh my God,
the
On
series.
the show.
Yeah. Hippocrates of Rock. Yeah.
Was that on 36 Chambers?
No, it's not on 30.
no,
It's
that's
on
on
Triumph.
Oh, it's not. Oh, that Triumph.
By the way, I've seen Wu 4 times live.
Word?
Yeah.
Damn.
That's why I'm over here like in awe. Out of all of like I really do. Quiet as kept, man. Sideways Productions, RC. I really do respect this guy, and I'm just shocked that you've never. I mean,
never did.
Even as a producer,
That's what I was thinking.
RZA is fucking brilliant.
Okay.
Even as a producer, like you hit the nail around the head. You being a producer,
Right.
I thought you might have just because most producers listen to anything and everything. You know what I mean?
I did, and like I didn't dig his sound. Now I'm gonna tell you this today after listening to that album in entirety, and seeing RZA as a producer, and I ain't gonna lie, I'm using that series as a crutch because there was some meat that was put on the bones for me. About Wu-Tang by seeing visuals, you know what I'm saying, and kind of a storyline. So seeing how he was trying to get his guys together and he had a vision.
The Abbott.
Yeah, and it was because everybody else called them compilations. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make a compilation. I'm gonna put you. He was like, no, it's our album. You know, it's 9 of us. It's an album, and he had that vision. Then he had the vision to get each one of them signed, and it was a huge vision of takeover. I mean, that's all dope to me.
Yeah.
Him as a producer, I could tell that he was a music lover, not a musician at all. He didn't have any instrumental talent, but the way that he put stuff together off of what he used made him revolutionary. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of most of that shit barely even went together. But and so honestly, he plays out a key often. He doesn't find his key in the samples and shit. You know what I'm saying? His mixes were like, they were intriguing. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't mix like nobody else. He got a stereo snap like penetrating this part of your head while everything's going on down here. You know what I'm saying? I think that was on the first song. I think that was on the first song. It's this loud ass snap, and they're just snapping their asses off like right above your ears. But it's not distracting. But I can see where he was going. You know what I'm saying?
And also, I just want to interject.
Go ahead, because I'm just running my mouth.
Part of that is too, he didn't really have the equipment to make it really pop like he wanted to. Like if you watch the series, they was like, okay, your music is good, but we could tell it's not mastered and mixed right.
Right.
So all that is, new producer, lacking the right equipment to make it sound like it was supposed to sound.
Like all of us.
But I think like if you watched the Hulu Wu-Tang saga, I think that a lot of the things that they said, like about the equipment and how he got the equipment, it kind of it wasn't real like that.
Oh, it wasn't.
Nah, because Beach Street. Okay, I've been to the places where they were talking about he was going.
The music store.
The music store, Beach Street, downtown Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
You could go in there, and they would allow you to play with some of the equipment, but you weren't able to bag stuff out, take samples and put it on there.
Yeah, like people be doing at Guitar Center.
Right, you can't do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
And plus, it's downtown Brooklyn, and at that time, early '90s, late '80s, it was hectic. Mm-hmm. There was a time in New York, especially in Brooklyn, where they had a little slogan that say, downtown Brooklyn, get your manhood tooken. Oh,
what?
Yes.
Is that a pause thing?
No, it's just you would get robbed.
Oh, yeah. Once you get robbed, bro, it's never the same.
And that's part of your manhood. So
true that.
So I don't think it was a pause thing or anything like that, but.
So you're saying that they wouldn't have let him just like stand around and just loading up floppy disks and shit. But because how did he wind up getting it? Did he steal it?
I feel like they were selling.
I think he stole it.
They were selling crack.
Yeah.
Which is a known. Everybody knows that.
Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
Of course.
They were selling the. That's why the purple tape came out and everything else, and they were selling crack and they got the money that way.
Right.
From one of the major dealers that was fucking with them, he funded them a lot of the money, the upfront money for the equipment.
Oh, for the equipment.
Was that Power?
Yeah.
Oh, the one dude who put out the Wu-Tang shit? The Wu-Tang clothes?
Oh yeah, Power had dope.
Right, so he
was the one that was fueling the whole Wu-Tang project.
Okay, got you. Okay. So just from right there, back to RZA, like, man, people gonna hate me for saying this, but I don't think he's a visionary, and what he did was new and revolutionary. I don't think he's a musical genius.
I would agree with you on that.
I'd agree with you on that because here's the other thing. From our standpoint as DJs and producers, we know what it takes in order to make a sound and make a thing, right? But at the same time, you still got to take into consideration that what little he did have, he made platinum tracks.
And so also identifying with him as a producer, I did the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I started with reel to reel and a Casio, and then I got my parents to buy me a sampler, and I sounded better after that, and then upgraded eventually, and got funded by a drug dealer, and built a studio. So I know that plight as a producer, like trying to get his idea out. I tried to make a compilation because there was a bunch of people coming to my house, and I wanted to call it like 48th Street Productions, or 48th Street Productions, and because and I was gonna put everybody on it, and that's actually how I wound up with my brother, and dealing with his record company, because he was gonna do that first, and I made a tape, and we would go like to parties and shit and play the tape. You know what I'm saying? Like, Swing was on it. Like a bunch of people, Raw One. So I get that. So that resonated with me when he was trying to get all those guys together. Some of them was like, oh no. Someone was going to jail. You know what I'm saying? Niggas having babies and shit.
It was a rough time, man. Like,
yeah.
Quadis kept it. You gotta respect the fact that they got the Delphonics to sing on the track.
True that. After they took him on a drive-by. How is that true? Do you know?
Yeah, that is true.
Now, I'll start with you, Peg. Mm-hmm. Tell me how, in the long short version, how you feel about Enter the 36 Chambers as an album.
I think it's dope, and I'm gonna tell you why I think it's dope.
Okay.
Also, we gotta get to a story how I found out about the Wu-Tang.
Okay.
But so I thought it was dope because it was grimy and gritty. Mm-hmm. And at the time, I felt hip hop was about to get into some poppy shit. Mm-hmm. And I think they brought it back to let's keep it grimy.
So so they saved hip hop.
I don't want to say they saved hip hop.
Oh, okay.
Because I think
they definitely, I can agree.
Right. I don't think I think 93, 94, 95 saved hip hop. Think about everybody that came out during that time. You're talking about the Chronic. I think Outkast came out around that time. So just that time alone, Nas. Mm-hmm. So I think it was the variety of music that saved hip hop. Everything wasn't cookie cutter, right? Mm-hmm. And they had their own sound. Like, if you heard a Wu-Tang record, you'd be like, oh, that's Wu-Tang. That's Wu-Tang.
Of course, yeah.
You know what I mean?
They definitely had their own sound.
But also, here's another thing about the album I don't think they get credit for. Mm-hmm. The album's versatile.
In what way?
You got Cream, right? Mm-hmm. Can It Be So Simple? Mm-hmm. Then you got Wu-Tang Ain't Nothing to Fuck With. Mm-hmm. Then you got Method Man Solo. Mm-hmm. You got Protect Your Neck, right? It's versatile. You got some super, super hard shit, but then they came with, Can It Be So Simple and Cream, which is on some more melodic shit. Yeah, man. So, and also what I like about it is not every rapper is on every track.
Right.
Right? You know what I mean? You might throw 3 or 4 here, 3 or 4 here. I think the only crew track is Protect Your Neck.
What, with everybody on it?
That's diversity, man. It's the
only one with all of them.
It's the first hip hop group. You know, when you think about hip hop groups, you automatically assume or think of Wu-Tang, but it's the first group that has 9 different sounds and 9 different styles on one album. Yep. When you look, you know, like how we would go to a show now and you see a bunch of guys on stage, the first thing your thought pattern or my thought pattern is they're not Wu. Why you got 10 people on stage?
20, yeah. You
know what I'm saying? But when it comes to Wu-Tang, you're right. Not everybody has to sing on a track. Mm-hmm. You know, and their stage direction is different. Did Wu-Tang save hip hop? No. Hip hop will always be hip hop, but that New York sound, that gritty, grimy sound, stems from RZA's RZA Productions.
You definitely, and his, you know what I'm saying? What was coming out of his head.
You know how many people bit that album after it came out?
No,
a lot.
Because I probably
a lot of people try to bite that style, man, and they couldn't do it.
You know what's funny though? I started working with a group called Oracle's Creed, right?
Yeah,
now known as Old Dominion, and so I did like the 3 original guys that when they came to me, first they came and they said, well they came to me because they saw what I did with Squeak, right? So they saw what I did with Squeak, and they came to me and they said, "Can you?" And the first thing I'm pretty sure it was the first thing they said, "Can you do East Coast?" And I was like, yeah. If I would have said yeah anyway, you know what I'm saying? But you know, I mean, being like an old school b-boy, like I mean, it was only for a minute. It was only New York, so that's our roots. So when they came through, they brought a stack of tapes. You know what I'm saying? And I remember it was like Wu-Tang, and I think they gave it to me.
Right.
And I put it and I think later on when they left, I tried to listen to it. It was like Wu-Tang, Fugees. They gave me Fugees. They gave me Goody Mob, and fucking
Goody Mob's more down south.
It is, but that was the thing. Like they were a mixture, and so they were like, we want you to hear this too because this is part of our style too. And then they gave me like Enya. You know what that is?
Never heard of him.
That's that massage.
Yeah,
massage room music. Sail away, sail away.
Oh, wow.
So I wound up doing a codes. I sampled Enya for Honorary. Crazy song.
You know what's crazy?
This album never came out. Like it's the best album I ever did. But my point was, I was asked to go that way, especially because they had the money. You know what I'm saying? So their album is like a perfect mixture for me of what I like to do, and then and also East Coast style. You know what I'm saying? Not that I don't like to do that, but it was for them it was a part of my production. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, you know, I mean, actually like a lot of most producers are not actually musical geniuses, like because there's no room in hip hop for that, but there's room for creativity. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So the more creative you are as a producer, you know, the more you can stand out. Does that make sense?
Yeah, bro.
It does, but I don't think people give the producers the right respect behind it, right?
Yeah. And I'm saying that as a producer too. So
yeah, it's to be quite honest, everybody's like, "Oh, who are your top 5 favorite rappers? Who are your top 5 favorite producers?" You know what I'm saying?
Let's get into it. I mean, no, I'm sorry. Finish your statement first.
The reason why I say it that way is because as a producer, you got to listen to a sound and then create a bubble behind it, right? As a rapper, you're already. I feel like it's like you're getting some top ramen and there's just some flavor added to it, right? You got the ramen, but now you got to add the flavor to it, right? Yeah. And the flavor to it would be the lyrics.
True. But it could go bad. You put too much soy sauce in that motherfucker, and
right?
And it ruin the whole shit.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And it goes either or with the producer, with the music or the lyrics, right?
Name your top 5.
Oh God.
Producers.
Premier. RZA. Guru.
Wait, Guru. Jay-Z? I thought he was
Jay-Z, Guru.
Okay. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, got you. You only got 2 left.
Questlove.
Oh.
Let me think about the last one. Because this is a real Dr. Dre. Dr.
Oh,
Dre.
word?
Dr. Dre. And it's not just because, here's the thing. When I sat down, when I first started making beats, when we had the office up there in Beacon Hill, and I asked you, I was like, RC.
Really? You gonna bring it up?
I'm gonna bring it up because it changed.
Oh, okay.
It changed my train of thought.
Right.
Right? Yeah, I'm gonna bring this up. I asked RC to teach me how to make beats, and he told me no.
I think I was just playing with you. I told you that.
He hurt my feelings.
I didn't mean to hurt
and
you.
I was literally in my feelings for like 2-3 years.
Word?
Yeah, bro, because I
didn't know that.
Peg, you laughing, man, but that shit
No, I'm
hurt.
laughing. No, I'm laughing because I'm seeing 2 versions of the same story. That's why I'm laughing, bro.
And I'm over here like, damn, man. Like I like I'm looking at this guy and I'm like, yo, he's fucking dope. All the shit that he does with Black Stacks and blah, 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 blah. And I'm in here and I'm watching him do this shit. And I'm like, damn, I want to learn how to do this. It's just me trying to be a better me.
Definitely.
Right? And that no fueled me. It pissed me off.
Gotcha.
Right?
Yeah.
It pissed me off to the fact that like these Seattle cats, they're not respecting, my foundation and where I'm from and blah, 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 blah. And but whenever I asked you a question about production, you always answered.
Right.
And whenever I call, you always answer.
Dig it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was tight for a couple of years, but at the same time, it fueled me and made me better.
Right. And you know what? I planned it that way.
Yeah, right. That nigga full of shit. That nigga full of shit. Full of shit.
Hey, let me tell you about that though. Because first of all, when you start, I'm making beat. I'm sorry, I don't mean to try to do your voice,
go ahead.
But it's funny. It's like, man, RC, you know what I'm saying? I'm making beats, and I'm like, all right, and he let me hear them, and I'm like, okay, but because anybody who has a nerve. Who has to
here it comes.
No, anybody who has a nerve to push any of them buttons and try to make something sound good and then show it to somebody else takes
a lot of courage.
It's like jumping off the diving board at South Shore for the first time, or anywhere. But
right.
For me it was South Shore. But that it looks like a mile down there and everybody's behind you. That's showing somebody your first beat.
Right.
You feel me? So anybody who does that, first of all, you got to respect that. Now, when I heard it, I was like, okay, I see what he's doing, because you were putting it together a certain way, and I was like, well, you got to start somewhere. You know what I'm saying? You've come this far. You know what I'm saying? And me personally, I have no choice but to respect you. You know what I'm saying? Not that I wouldn't anyway, because I would just come to you and be like, hey, bro, maybe you should do this or do that.
Right.
If I felt like you were whack or going the wrong way, then I would tell you. But
Go ahead.
what? No, you go ahead.
I was saying though that honesty about people, like even with RC, he'll make some beats and he'll tell you. I'll be like, yeah, nah, I'm not feeling it.
No, you know what this guy would do? This guy would come to me with a stack of money this big, right? Be like, hey man, I need to buy some beat. Cool. Let's go, right? I'm like, cool. Like, okay, so I got this one. He's like, that's cool. Okay, I'm going to take that one and that one. Okay, cool, let's go. No, wait a minute. What?
He's telling the truth.
Take this out. Okay, so you're just going to rap to a bass line and a violin? That's dope. I love that.
Yeah, okay, let me say, but hold up.
And left all my hi-hats and ear candy on the floor.
Well, I'm about to tell you about I foreseen the future because that's how they make music now.
They sure do.
I seen the future. That's how they make music now.
And that was his sound. I mean, like, he even got a record. He still got a record deal off it.
Yeah. I got a 4-album record deal and I ain't made not an album.
Yeah, man, shit.
Can I tell you this story? I know we getting off subject. I'm gonna tell you this story.
What does this got to do with Wu?
And we'll get back to Wu. I just got to tell you this story.
Got off subject.
And I'll make it real quick. So I got locked up. Everybody knows. So I was locked up. So I was writing lyrics when I was in jail, right? So I got out of jail. I make a couple of songs, and so they was like, "Yeah, man." So they signed me to a 4-album record deal, right? And I'm doing the math in my head. So that's 15 times 4. Fuck that shit. And I just didn't do it.
It's like 60 songs.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Because you know you got to make a CD.
Right, yeah. And I was like,
fill up 80 minutes of shit.
Look, nigga, I was rich, okay? I wasn't doing that. Rapping was not my passion.
Right. And he did have some good music, too. He just kind of left it alone, and then... but then good for him. Later on, he became a DJ. You didn't know that?
I did not know that.
Yeah, man. Peg is like he's like the Forrest Gump of the South End.
Wow. Hey, you know what? Quiet as kept. I'm not doing that shit.
Jenny. Peg,
I had money, nigga. I didn't need a record contract.
I got this money. I don't need this shit, man.
Pretty much.
Peg's that guy who's done everything and looks like he's done nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, Peg, that nigga ain't been over there. He's like, no, he did.
Nah, he over there though. He outside there right now.
Okay, well, let's get back to the war. I gotta tell you the story.
Okay, wait. Before you tell that story, put a pin in it because I didn't get your full. I'm sorry, DJ Infamous Sleepy. I did not get your full explanation of why you like the album.
36 Chambers?
Yes.
It was real.
Now, coming from...
It was real for me.
Okay.
I've been blessed. Like, my parents have been married for, I always say Lombardi years, because... That's Super Bowl numbers.
Oh, dig that. Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so I didn't come up like that, but I've got good friends and relatives who actually came up in the game like that, right? So, when they said certain things, when some of the words and the lyrics came out, it hit hard.
In what way?
I grew up on the crime side, the New York Times side. That's real.
Staying alive with no job?
Yeah.
Wow, I remembered that. See? I'm making progress.
My mom's never bounced on my own man, but, I know about moving from one borough to the next. Mm-hmm. I know about leaving childhood friends to the next,
and then having to adapt in that place,
right? And then having to go back.
Were they hard on you?
Yeah, I mean, like when I grew up, like I know out here you got Meany and Les Shy and all those elementary schools, and everybody pretty much grows up around each other. Right?
True that. Yeah, neighborhood schools. Yeah. In
New York, it's very similar, but once you get to a certain age group, my mom and dad always stressed education, right? So we moved out of the hood to the suburbs, not on no Prince of Bel-Air type shit. You know what I'm saying? It was just that my dad was doing better.
Right? Yeah, definitely. No, you gotta make the move when that happens.
That's what you're supposed to do,
definitely,
right?
Definitely.
So. My family has always been trendsetters. My dad has always been a trendsetter and an icon in the game, whether it be, business or being in the church or whatever, right? So that helped me and molded me. Where hip hop, like Common said, it's like I used to love that's what it is. That 90s theme and that 90s vibe that's everything to me.
Dig it.
Like I can dig and understand when people talk about the hyphy movement, right?
Right.
Because that's everything that everybody in Oakland, that's all they know.
Yeah.
E40 and them is all they know.
Right.
I understand that. I remember the Raising Hell concert and arguing with my mom and dad to go to Madison Square Garden, and my mom was like, no.
Because it's called Raising Hell.
First of all, it's called Raising Hell. Second of all, it's Run DMC.
Right.
And you're not going to Madison Square Garden.
Right. By yourself?
Nah.
With a couple of your partners?
Yeah. My older sister's good friend, my fraternity brother now, he wanted to take me and his little brother. Mm-hmm. And my mom was like, no.
Dang, so you didn't get to go?
I didn't get to go.
Right.
But I'll tell you what, I did recorded that joint. Red Alert played it. And
oh, really?
It was Run DMC Live. Uh-huh. And it was on Kiss FM. I think it was either on Kiss FM or WBLS, whatever the call letters are. And I had the tape. Mm-hmm. And that's what it was.
What was DJ Red Alert's radio show?
He did so many.
So
like he did like a traffic thing. He did the news.
I had a tape. Like I don't know who I got it from up here. I had one friend. I had a friend that was from New York, South Shore, and he gave me this tape, and it had Do You Know What Time It Is? And it had what else is on there? Red Alert. And I was like, he must be a little kid. Like he sounded hella crazy.
Nah, man.
But I had a tape.
It was, man. Hip hop means so much to me. You know.
Dig it.
And I'm about to be 50 this year. You know what I'm saying? And
me too. Shout out to being 50.
Right.
How old are you? Oh, he's 60.
Look. That's why he ain't got no real friends. You see, I had to step up to the mic and say that.
Yo, he got mad. He got tight.
Listen,
Grandpappy Pig.
All of RC's friends are on IG.
Oh wow! Why you
ouch?
You drunk like that?
He started. He threw the first punch.
Hey man, I'm proud of you. Like that nigga fought back. I mean, man.
He waited all week to say that.
He said, "All my
shit.
friends are on there."
You know, IG ain't a real place, right?
Exactly.
Yes, it is.
So can I tell my story?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Right,
Go ahead.
So I went to a party, a house party, right? Mm-hmm. And you be a little loaded, and they played Brother Lynch Hung, right? And it was the one main song he had off his album.
What, 24 Deep?
Yeah, but he slowed down one of the
In Vogue.
Yeah.
Lose a hoe, gain a hoe.
Right. So when I asked the girl, I said, "Who is that?" She was drunk, and she's like, "Brother Lynch Hung."
Brother Lynch Hung.
Right. And I asked her again.
Asian?
Where were you?
No, she was white. To my homegirl Toya, rest in peace.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so I asked her. She's drunk though. We're all loaded.
Brother Lynch Hung.
And so I asked her again. I said, "Who is it?" She's like, "Brother Lynch Hung." So I go to Tower Records the next day. True story.
Don't
buy my initials.
So I go to Tower.
Initials?
I go to Tower Records the next day. I said, "There's this hip hop group, but they got an Asian name."
Oh, and they gave you the Wu-Tang
They gave me Protect Your Neck.
They gave me Protect Your Neck.
Right.
That's how you found Wu?
That's how I found Wu.
This ain't Brother Lynch Hung.
That right, but what I liked about it was
shut the fuck up.
Dog, this is an absolute true story.
What?
This is not Brother Lynch Hung.
It's Brother Lynch Hung.
So I played it because I took it home. Like I didn't even play it there.
Yeah.
I took it home. I played. I was like, "This ain't what I heard, but this shit is dope."
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And then it was the first verse. Because with me in music, if you don't catch me in the first 20, 30 seconds, it's a wrap. I'm not going to listen to it.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I heard it, and I was like, "That's dope." But Russ is about to feel me. He's about to feel what I'm about to say. Then I flipped it over on the B side.
Okay, was it a single?
It was a single. So I flipped it on the B side. Russ, you know who was on the B side?
It was Meth.
That's when I was like, that METHOD. And I was like, and what made me like it was, first of all, I listen to people's lyrics. Like, lyrics catch me, right? And so I was like, first of all these guys know how to rap. They're in the pocket. I never heard nothing like this before. And and back then when I was a DJ, I wanted to be the first to have something, right? Like I wanted to be like, oh, you ain't heard this. Let me play this for you. You know what I mean? Exclusive. And then
you actually just showed me records like that.
Yeah,
I'd be like, all right, okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And so, and I was hooked.
Yeah, for sure.
I was hooked because it was, and once again, I'm very eclectic in my music choice. So I listen to everything from the West Coast, down south, Houston.
That's a great word.
Thank you, man. I've been
eclectic,
studying.
Yeah,
I've been studying, man. You know
okay,
what I mean?
so just to wrap it up real quick. First of all,
wrap that shit up, big.
No, we're wrapping that subject up because I got a couple more questions for y'all.
All right, cool.
But we got about 15 minutes. So if there was one, if he had to use one word to describe that album, I know my word already, but I'm asking you guys, one word, what would it be?
Dope.
Okay.
You know I'm an English major, right? So now you got me going.
Yeah, man.
Well, why you sticking to your kids' word? What's your word?
I'm about to say
phenomenal.
Phenomenal?
Phenomenal.
Okay. When I listened to that album and I got all the way through it and I'm like man, those guys rapping was just like ringing in my head, right? Like because they all just sounded so passionate, and I think my word would be hungry.
Ooh.
That's how I feel about it.
Yeah, Wu was not just hungry.
They were rapping for their lives.
They was hangry.
Yeah, they was rapping for their lives.
So
bro.
like I feel like the thing that makes hip hop what it is, like with a Jay-Z, I'm just gonna say one thing about Jay, right? When I first heard Song Cry, I literally cried.
That's because you're a baby. No, I'm just playing. Oh, go ahead.
Nah.
Yeah.
I've seen OGs cry off of lyrics.
Yeah, for sure.
Because as a writer, that's what you're supposed to do. Like I'm not ashamed to say that shit. There's songs that I'll hear right now that I will get emotional over.
Hell yeah.
Right?
You're not alive if that's not happening.
It's because that's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what the music is supposed to do.
Now, you know what? You brought up something. You know what one of my favorite lyrics is, and it's not even with lyrics because I relate to it. Bitches ain't shit. When Snoop Dogg talks about he went to jail and he got out of jail and his girl was fucking his cousin. I lived through that.
That shit.
You know what I mean? That happened to me. So
did you cry?
Hell yeah, nigga.
Oh shit.
Man, but my best friend banging out my broad. Yeah.
Man, that hurts.
And he told me too. He's like, look, nigga, when you go to jail now, listen here. You already know who I'm talking about. You already know what friend I'm talking about. I ain't gonna mention his name.
All right. No, but I understand that. I understand what you're saying.
I feel like
there's a connection there.
I feel like even when it comes to like writing and acting and reading and everything else, the whole point of a writer is to be able to pull you into that. You know what I'm saying? Pull you into that.
And same with music. It's music. Producing.
Now,
the same way.
Can I ask you a question now? All right, so as far as the Wu-Tang, how did you feel about it overall? I'm talking about, let's just say 1 through 5, 5 being the best.
Oh, the album overall?
Yeah, the album overall.
Now, we got two different perspectives here, right? Because, of course, when I first heard it, I hated it, right?
Right.
And then we got Today, literally.
Right.
When I listened to it. Some of that shit was groovy. You know what I'm saying? I was like this. I had both earbuds in when I was rocking to it, especially that one beat, though. Dun, 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 dun,
yeah.
Dun, dun, dun. What the fuck is that? You know what I'm saying? What is that? I'm sitting there like...
Wow,
what instrument is that? You know what I'm saying?
You know where he got that snare from?
I know.
That's when he used the bucket. Doom, doom, doom.
I believe that.
Yep.
But that and of course Cream is crazy, but overall for that particular time and looking back on that time when it was like Chronic or nothing, Doggy Style or nothing or whatever, and then those guys. And even like with East Coast, West Coast, that album is revolutionary. It's revolutionary. 1 through 5, I would give it a solid 4.
Okay.
Because I can't give it a 5.
No.
So
I mean,
I gotta say
it wouldn't be a 5 in my. So
right.
it's all good.
I gotta say this, right? There are a lot of people and a lot of Jay Dilla.
Oh, Dilla's nasty.
That's my 5th.
Crazy.
But I understand what you were saying. Like you didn't feel it. Quiet as kept. I didn't like Tupac for years,
and that's okay.
Yeah, no, I get it. I didn't like him either. And that was some.
People were mad at me because I'm not playing Tupac. I don't like that nigga.
I'll tell you something that's worse, and they're my favorite group now. I didn't like Low End Theory until I seen them performing at Oz. Yeah. And Tribe is my favorite group.
I was there too.
Yeah, I know you was there.
Yeah, that was when LSR opened.
Yeah, so I mean, I think that's
you ain't like Tribe Called Quest. What's wrong with you?
I didn't like him either.
No, I just didn't like. I didn't like Low End Theory.
I was like,
do y'all not realize that Tribe Called Quest is native Tugs and that whole sound is
okay, but
yeah, I saw the video when they was riding scooters and shit. I seen it.
But you're a West Coast. You're an East Coast cat.
This is why I called this meeting because of the diversity and the difference in
like for us. We've been rocking with E40. We've been rocking with the Click. We've been rocking with Too Short for years. Other people didn't feel it because that's not. So you got to think. Like when I first heard them, I was like, they're not really rapping about anything. But then I realized, like, oh, they're fucking geniuses. You know why they're geniuses? Because now they're really rapping about anything.
Those guys, that's another thing though. It was raw. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't know how if you could ever make something raw with hella seasoning. I don't know if that's possible, but that's also what
they call that tartare.
Okay, well then it's raw meat with Larry's on it because it's hip hop broken down.
Right.
It's like you want to see a hip hop skeleton. You know what I'm saying? You want to see what makes hip hop work? Go listen to 36 Chambers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like the heartbeat of hip hop.
So here's the thing: when you see artists, this is a reason why I said Questlove. Mm-hmm. When I first heard the Roots album, I was like, oh my God, I haven't heard anything like this since Tribe Called Quest.
Sure, that's true. That's true. I'll give you that. Yeah.
And I am infatuated with Tribe Called Quest. Phife Dawg, rest in peace. You know, that's the sound for me, right? When I think of the 90s, I'm thinking of Scenario. I'm thinking of, all these songs that I grew up with. Right.
And see, I don't know. I think just from being far away from it, it didn't. I mean, I get it. I was like, okay. I was like, yeah, that's.
There have been times that I've been in the club and the two of y'all been DJing, and like when I first went, I'm about to throw it all the way back. I'm aging myself right now. So this guy to the left of me used to kill Pioneer Square at Wild Palms.
Yes. Crazy.
When I talk about stage killers and DJs that are stage killers, I'm thinking of Peg. I'm thinking of D-Dox. I'm thinking of Porter Rock. I'm thinking of myself.
Funk
Daddy.
Nasty.
Yes. All these cats, but Peg. I remember like one of the first times I met Peg, and it was in that little parking lot right next to Wild Palms, and he had the grill in, and fresh baldy and everything like that, grown man, button ups. I was like, yo, bro, where are you from?
I remember this.
I was like, where are you from, bro? He was like, man, I'm from the town. I'm like, no, you are not.
I remember that. Yeah,
you are not from Seattle, Washington.
That used to trip me out.
Now, going back to that, also because I'm from the town, people thought I was weird for listening to like 36 Chambers.
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
you know what I mean? Tribe Called Quest. Everybody thought I was, like, why would you listen to that?
Right.
You know what I mean?
I didn't get it.
But with people, I listened to everything.
Yeah.
But also, I was never afraid to, like, if you in my car, you listen to what I'm listening to, bro. I don't give a shit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Don't touch my radio either.
You know what I mean? And I just been a couple of times, man, you done roll with me. I'm going to tell you, if you remember this, I'm going to see how good I remember. We was driving to some club in Everett, me and you.
Yeah.
And I was playing Pete Rock and C.O. Smooth. Mm-hmm. Oh
my God, I didn't.
The Main Ingredient album. I know you forgot about Pete Rock.
See, it's hard. It's hard. It's like now look. I'm a
top 5 is real hard. That's a hard.
It's really hard, and then top 10's even harder because it's just another 5 and then another 10 that you're gonna forget. Real quick, you guys, because this is the burning question. I knew that I was gonna ask you guys when we got here.
Okay.
So and it's for some people it's a touchy subject, but and I'll start with.
You can start with me.
With Sleepy. I'll start with okay. Going to the show, possibly a friend, somebody you know. Are you me plus one or paying support?
For
it don't matter. It don't matter. Let's just say you know that person.
Okay. So
if I know you, if I know you, I'm gonna pay in support.
Okay.
If I got it. Because now I got it.
Okay, now listen. Now, okay, stop right there. Now, let's say you don't got it. Now, you showed up now. So are you saying that you would stay home if you don't got it?
No, because Seattle is a town full of egos.
Oh, shit. Elaborate.
I say this as a business promoter standpoint. Okay. Seattle is a town full of egos.
Okay.
This is coming from seeing what I've done in the town. When we did the R Networks parties, when we did other parties, the Ciroc parties, right? Mm-hmm. It was always people would weed out and come out to go to your event. But then they wanted to get everybody in for free. Okay, so... And they're not understanding that this is how we are making a living.
By when you support us.
By when you support us,
yeah,
I can now make a living. And I feel comfortable enough to be like, okay, you know what? I'm going to have a party. It's not going to be invite only. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to open this shit up for the general public and rock with me.
If you mean like no cover type of thing.
No cover, so whatever.
Because one thing I will say, I almost forgot how qualified you are to answer this question because you have promoted and facilitated at a huge level, especially with our networks and so some other. So when you're like standing at the, it's that thing where you're standing at the door or near the door. It's like, oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you got a decision to make. So, but that's the other side. But I'm talking about you though.
Okay. I'm a paying support. I'm a paying support.
Every single time?
Not every single time because people get offended.
What do you mean?
Some people get offended.
If you pay?
If I'm at your door.
Oh, sure.
If there are two people here, right? Mm-hmm. If Russell Maynard is at your door, I'm going to pay in support. If DJ Sleepy is there, oh yeah, it's me plus one.
Oh, you saying that?
That's me saying that your door.
But see, here's the other thing.
But here's the other thing. The other thing is that I always approach the door as I have no business leaving my house if I don't have enough bread to get in.
Right. That's actually kind of the point. But you're saying if you get out of bed and you leave the house, you are prepared to pay and support.
Right.
Okay. Let me stop you right there. Okay, Peg.
I'm an asshole, so I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Right.
I love this shit.
So if I'm not paying to get in no fucking club, I don't give a shit.
I knew it.
I'm not paying because I've done so much for this town. I let so many people in for free. I've done so many things. Yeah. If I'm coming to your club and you're charging me, I'm not coming in that club because I put so many people on. I don't think I should. I should get the respect. Now, if it's a concert, I'm paying.
Whose concert?
It don't matter.
No, it does matter.
If it's a local artist, right? I'll pay. Okay. If the price is right. I'm not paying $30 to see no local nigga. Sorry.
Okay, no,
not doing it.
Okay, hold on, man. Who let this guy out?
Yo,
wait.
Look. But you know why?
Right
there. It's a touchy subject to me, bro.
I know. That's why I brought it up.
Right. I'm not paying $30 to see a whack ass local show. Fuck that.
Okay,
man.
But hold on.
Listen, wait. Okay, hold on. Let me get this out really quick.
Yo,
Lord have mercy. Look.
Why did we start this?
What's the difference between a concert and a show?
Okay, so here's a concert. Let's say, we brought EPMD. So I know that you had to get the rider. I know you had to pay for the flights. I know you had to pay for the hotel.
Well, let's say you don't know any of that. You just heard that.
Well, see, but I know now.
We know that.
Oh,
we know
okay.
that
Okay, gotcha.
Right.
Gotcha,
so I'm a pay.
Okay.
Because I know that it costs money for you to get that person in.
You know what the back end of
There's
it
got to be a cap to getting an artist all the way into your
okay, but now it's MC Rockahammer who works at FedEx, and he's having a concert tonight.
Now the reason why I'm not now, if the price is right, now let me tell you if the price is right. No, we got to air this out.
I know, that's why I brought it up. There's
only I think probably a handful of local shows I've ever been to that was worth the price of admission.
But you didn't know that until after you paid.
But that's the point I'm getting at.
Okay.
So if I pay $10 and your show's kind of whack, that's $10. I probably would have blew that on some bullshit anyway. Mm-hmm. But if I'm paying $30 and your show is whack, you're not going to give me my money back.
What if they give you a sandwich?
Fuck their sandwich. Nigga, I got the borrowed EBT card. I'm straight. You know what I mean?
Yo.
And I know, man. I know a lot of people can get mad at me for what I'm saying, though.
I know they will too.
But the point I'm getting at is, there's a reason why you pay $35, $40 to see Chris Brown, because he's gonna put on a show.
Where are you going to see Chris Brown for $35?
I seen Chris Brown for $45 at the Tacoma Dome.
Okay. But
we just seen the Jungle Brothers for $25.
Oh, really?
We paid $25. Them tickets were $25.
I didn't.
That's right. He's balling. You know.
Oh, okay.
Well, he knew somebody that knew somebody. But
what do you mean? I know Sammy B. That's the homie.
I just said he knows somebody that knows somebody.
Yeah.
But let me get this off my chest, bro, because I don't want Cass to take this the wrong way.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Listen, if I'm gonna pay for a show, first of all, it needs to start on time. You don't need 8 people to open up for you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And give me a show. Don't give me a story between every song. We all got stories. I didn't come here to go through a story. Run through your music. Make it pop.
A lot of people do a whole lot of talking on the show for no reason.
And also, as an artist, and this is a good question, do you go to main artists and see how they do things? Mm-hmm. Do you follow how they do things? Some
people are like that. It seems like they have their own vision and they don't care like how other people do things. Like,
every artist that's famous has a formula. Formula number one, they usually have their own goddamn DJ that goes on tour with them. They never really do a whole song, and they keep it moving. Mm-hmm. Song, boom, song, boom, song, boom, song, boom. Might get to the 5th song. Hey, I appreciate everybody coming out. Hey, da-da-da-da-da. And then it's boom, 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 boom. Once again, we learned this from EPMD, because when we brought EPMD, they said we want 4 openers, 15 minutes, and if they talk, it don't matter if they talk. Blah 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 blah. They got 15 minutes.
They got the 15. Now, clearly you're passionate about this subject because
we've taken L's. Please believe me when I gotta say this, RC.
Yeah,
the amount of stuff that we have brought to Seattle, Washington, we have taken L's, right?
But what if somebody says? Everybody takes L's. Like, niggas take L's every day, B.
Okay, yeah, and niggas die every day, B. But look, check this out, Cameron. You're not gonna keep wanting to get hit upside the head.
No, because
dead ass. You're not gonna want to keep getting hit upside the head. And I want to take a win. I want to go away with a good, solid feeling, knowing that my people came out and they had a good time and they left safely and there was no drama and we won.
And me and you had a discussion before this podcast. We had a discussion downstairs, and I said it's kind of funny how if they don't take it serious, why they want you to take it serious.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
If you're not taking your own show serious, so you want me to spend $15 and the show don't start on time, you're rapping 45 minutes.
It's a turnoff.
And see, I'm a go along to get along kind of guy some of the time, most of the time. So if I show up, shut up. If I show up,
where?
Look, listen for the podcast, nigga. Just calm it down.
Okay.
No, but if I show up somewhere, I'm gonna have my hand in my pocket and be right and be about to pay. And I know, listen, because it's kind of like almost like I'm a happy medium because I know the show's not gonna be that good. I know that they're gonna start late, and then dude didn't show up, and dude didn't have a ride. I know that, but I'm putting my. Well, I guess it's probably only $5 or $10 anyway. But I'm putting it in the.
But it's still okay. So wait a second. It's like this. Me, I'm money motivated, right? I like making money. I like being able to walk into an establishment with my wallet and knowing that I can purchase whatever the fuck I want and walk out, and my card's not going to get declined, right? That's the type of person I am. But being that type of person also makes me want to give you every penny that you're worth.
Boom.
Because people's time is money.
Boom.
Of course.
All right? We don't get up and go to our regular day-to-day 9 to 5, right? And not get paid.
Of course.
Nobody wants to work for free.
Right. So, but if you're standing at the door, it's like, man, it's me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I'm going to be like, okay, well, I'll give you an example.
No, I was going to say, when it's you, like you feel okay doing that? Like,
there have been times since I got married, there have been times that I've gone to shows with my wife, and my wife be like, so what's the cover? And they're already escorting me inside, and I'm like,
and that's a bonus.
Right.
Like for me, that's a bonus, right?
So if that happens to me and him all the time.
Like it happened to us once, but so if I have my hand in my pocket and they there's people see me from the stage and be like, man, RC, man, let that nigga in here, man. Come on, man, it's about RC. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, that's cool. That's cool.
That's cool.
I'm thankful for that. You know what I'm saying? But I still got my hand in my pocket. I'm still gonna pay. You know, I've had people give the money back. Yeah. But I always pay. You know what I'm saying? So I can't remember the last. And you know what? I got broken up from that because I brought that attitude to a place where they really needed the money, and it was my family, and I was just like, oh, get me. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, yeah, but you remember like we're trying to get the trip to the thing, and I'm like. Yeah, I forgot. You know what I'm saying? In fact, here's two. But because I was embarrassed, you know what I'm saying? So I always every time because if I don't have it, then I'm not gonna go.
Well,
or if I really want to go or really support, then I'll call and be like, man, can I get on the list or something? You know?
So I'm gonna say this again.
So there's a protocol to doing everything, right?
Yeah.
So if you're an artist, I'm sorry, Peg, I don't mean to cut you off, but I did.
This nigga. Go ahead.
We're going to wrap up too. So.
But there's a protocol. So, yeah, you call, you get on a guest list. That's why they give you that opportunity as a promoter. Hey, ladies in for free before 11 o'clock.
Oh, you talking about some club shit now. Though.
Well, even still, right? Ladies in the bar free till 10 o'clock. Other than that, you got to pay.
Right.
You know, guys got to pay. Whatever, right? Yeah, you should, if you're leaving your house, you should expect to leave your house to spend money if you're going to spend money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Leave your house knowing that there's a budget. I don't gamble at a casino knowing that when I leave my house, I'm only going to spend $200 on chips.
Now, I will say this, though, and I hear everything you're saying, but you brought something up. When I first started doing Wild Palms, I didn't charge people to get in, right? Now, follow me on this. As Wild Palms started to pick up, we went to $5. As it started to pick up, we went to $10. Then eventually we got to 20. People had no problem paying the $20. You know why? Because they knew when they come in, this bitch was lit.
Yeah, it was lit, and so the point I'm getting at is,
I don't mind spending money if it's worth my.
Of course, if it's worth
it. But we knew when we first started, we only had 20 people in there.
But see, a lot of people,
I can't charge you $20, and so
a lot of people don't understand that though.
Right, but the point I was going back to with the artists, and that's why I don't want them to get mad at me. Mm-hmm. If I pay you $30, am I going to get $30 worth of my money out your show? And we'll leave it at that.
We'll leave it at that.
Because I have been to some shows, right? My whole Takeover throws some shows.
Yeah. That
I paid them guys $30.
That was a show. That was.
I paid them $30. It was on time.
Mm-hmm. Shout out,
everybody rocked it. It was on time. It was coordinated.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And I was like, okay, I paid $30 for that show.
Yeah, for sure.
But then I went to a show out in Everett, and I'm like, man, these niggas robbed me for $20.
Because you feel like it's the shakedown because people, as I digress, people are not appreciating your time.
Right. You know, it's like they didn't take it serious. People rolled in. They want to do the sound check at 9. Show started at 7.
Right.
Yo, you know what I mean?
Right. So you're sitting there having a drink and you're like, is this a show?
Right.
Oh no. Sound check?
Right.
Oh, okay.
You know, now I'm over here confused because I'm halfway lit.
You know, dude, CD is skipping because he
didn't.
You guys,
nigga, CD is skipping because he didn't had it in his pocket with no cover. I mean, bro, come on, because you've been there.
I know. All right, look, let's.
we ain't wrapping this shit up, nigga. We about to talk for another 30 minutes. Rush.
No, you know what? I'm gonna tell you though.
I'll give you some exleples.
No, listen.
Recent examples on how I had to pull a.
Hold on. Hold on. Clearly, you guys are coming back.
I'm pulling everything. Fuck you. I'm pulling the plug. Y'all don't appreciate my time.
Hey man,
nigga, we gonna take over this nigga's podcast, man.
Look, this is good shit right here.
What we need to talk about is why Adidas from Germany, nigga? What happened with that?
Stop it. Okay, look,
wait, that's a whole other show.
That's a whole other show. Look,
that's a whole other show.
I'm so bullshit.
What's wrong with this guy?
I don't know my own.
This guy.
Sure.
Look, hey, look.
I love you, dark ass nigga. Well, half ass dark niggas.
Don't worry about it. This is called karma.
Me and you are the only dark ones here.
You know, you're the right skin color. You can go both ways. You can hang out with the light skinned people or the dark skinned people.
That's why I got twice as many friends as you.
Oh,
all on IG.
But they're all on IG though.
They like me.
Okay.
Look, Susie430 loves RC.
The user at TikTok. You got people that are your friends that don't got no face on their profile.
He got hella niggas from India.
Hey, look, that's not true though, because the guy with no face, he texts me every single morning and he asks me if I want some candy.
Rising?
Yeah, Grand Rising. You want some candy?
Is he from Dubai?
I think so.
Hey, why is he asking you for candy?
No, he wants to give me candy.
Why?
Well, the real question is why?
My friend.
Why does he always want to make a cartoon character?
Yo. Damn. I just sent the man like $1,000. He said he was gonna turn it into 10,000.
Yeah, okay. I get those emails too, buddy.
Man, this is my friends out here, bro. What are you talking
I love when people be like, send me your Cash App. Bitch, why the fuck am I sending you my Cash App?
Look, I identified this girl. I said, I saw you at the party that one time. You complimented me on my shoes, right? She was like, yeah, that's me. Let me get your Cash App. I was like, no.
Hey,
I know what you look like. You know what I'm saying?
Ladies, be careful. You heard, I see the TikTok video of Quiet as Kept. Buddy ran up on this gal and spit game to her.
Yeah.
And asked her for a phone number. He was like, nah, let me just put it. Let me
put the number in.
Let me slide it in. He goes to her Cash App.
Gave himself $1,000.
Wow.
He cashed out himself a G. And
gave her the phone back and disappeared into the night. Like $1,000 heavier. Like what?
Wow.
Yo.
Wow.
That's dope as fuck.
This podcast took a left turn.
All right, we got to get out here.
I'm not telling you how to scam people. I'm just.
You guys are grown ups. You got stuff to do. I gotta go DJ. This man, I gotta
nobody
DJ.
care.
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna go to Russ's house.
Let me just say this, man.
Sleepy.
This is pretty much.
It's all good.
What you got?
I got nothing to hide.
Hey, by the way, man, are these two different joints?
Yeah, they're two different joints.
Thanks for not joints.
You can have one.
One's mine. All right, I'll pick one. I want the lighter one.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
It's my skin color.
Yeah.
Thanks for the sticks or the stick. No, pause. Thanks for just the cigar. Anyway,
smoke cigars around here. Shout
niggas all over the place.
Shout to Esco, man. It's a good smoke,
man. You know what though? Give some shouts out though, man.
Okay, so quiet as kept, man. I wanna give a shout out to my man Boogie Brow.
Dig that.
I want to give a shout out to my man Reddy Ron, Big Gurn, Dream Team Promotions, Camo Studios. I'm doing some big things. You know what I'm saying? So. Just be on the lookout, man, because this party I'm about to have for my 50th birthday.
That's going to be crazy. Let's leave it at that. Come on. Peg.
Man, shout out to my man Defcon. Everybody in our crew, man. I don't give our crew enough. We talking about Lovesick, Mouse,
sure.
Savvy, Funk Daddy.
Man, Savvy don't be returning people's phone calls.
Oh, see, here we go.
Anyway.
Did you say Funk?
I said Funk.
Me.
You.
Yo, their whole crew, you got to be from Seattle to be part of their crew.
Stop it.
You have to purify yourself in the waters of Lake Pritchard.
Of Lake Washington?
No, Pritchard Beach.
I don't know what that is.
Exactly. You got to be from here to know, B. You know what I'm saying? You got to go down to Pritchard, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to swim in your jeans so the fish don't go up your pee-pee hole. All right.
Yo,
hey.
Why is your pee-pee hole that big, though?
I'm sitting out there, small fish, bro.
Hey,
Lord.
Yeah, terrible.
I think I got somebody pregnant at Pritchard Beach.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Son, chill, son.
You got somebody pregnant ever. All right, so we about to get up out of here, man. This has been the Cide Show. Shout out to NA11 for
your chicken was slapping.
For seasoning our wings today.
It did make it a little bit tangier and a whole lot sweeter.
That's smoked lemon pepper.
And I'm gonna tell you something, man. I'm not gonna get in your podcast drinking again. That's what happened. It's a motherfucking true story.
Hey, that man is in the couch. Look,
right. He over here sipping.
He gotta go DJ.
He's sipping, and he gotta go DJ.
Hey,
man, it is what it is.
It is what it is, man. Shout out to everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, this was
shout out to Daz Effects.
Dig that.
No.
What?
No.
I'm joking.
I was about to say. What?
That's another podcast, bro.
Thank you guys. Come on, man. I'm a moderator. I'm supposed to be able to control this shit.
You can't.
Yeah, I know. See if I have your ass back.
Wow.
Exactly.
Thank you, Oprah.
Word?
You doing me like Ludacris.
Dig that. You're right. So
I'm just over here drinking.
So we out of here, man. This has been the Cide Show, man. RC the Trackaholiq. Say your name, man.
I'm DJ Sleepy.
DJ Sleepy.
Fred Astaire.
And we about to here, Mike. Peas and carrots.
Peace out, man. Shout to everybody, man. We love you, man.